Nathan Jones, 2-2 draw with Tottenham under-21s tonight. A bonus point with the ABBA penalty shootout system. Good evening, Nora. Good game. Good experience for some of the young players as well. I
thought it was an excellent game. I think the Tottenham are a good under-21s, and they come out and they play and they're very sharp, and they give us a real good test out of possession. And I said we started very well. Should have been a couple up, had a couple of great chances and so on, and then finally took the lead, and then sloppiness gave them an equaliser. But look, I thought it was a real thoroughly entertaining game, and a bit end to end, a bit open for how a manager would like. But and I said I thought we had created enough chances and stuff to win the game. But we're very pleased. It was a good run out.
Luke Gambin looked lively, Elliot leading as well at the tip of the diamond in those early stages, and of course Gambo got the opening goal with a good finish.
Yeah, well look, we went very attack minded. We started with two front men. We had a front man at number 10, we had a front man at side of the diamond, we had Luke Gambin as well. So we had effectively a real front five, if you like, in terms of getting on it. And I thought they worked really hard, and I said it was a good run out. It was a real good test for a couple of the younger ones as well, which was very pleasing.
And a glimpse of, for the fans, for the first time, of Harry Cornick, who signed from Bournemouth last week, in this role that you've talked about, introducing him to as a striker.
Yeah, I thought he was excellent. I thought he ran the channel, he worked hard, only because later on he was getting cramped. We didn't expect him to last that long, but he did. And I thought he was excellent. He stretched the play, he showed real good knowledge up there, and I said it's one of the first times he's been up there. So it's and look, we're very pleased. Look, I think there was some real good performances out there, and I said we're very pleased. And we're actually happy we won the penalty shootout, because this shows an element of nerve and so on and so forth. So it's good to have the bonus point.
I'll come on to that in a bit, but maybe disappointed slightly with their goal, the way the lad was allowed to approach the box and get his shot away, but it was a little bit fortuitous the way it went in, wasn't it?
Well, as I said, it's fortuitous how it finally's gone in, but the defending was criminal right up to it. I mean, we let a runner go, Tariq let his runner go. That's a learning curve for him, because we've spoken about that in pre-season with him. And then Jack Senior just backed off, and I think he'd have kept backing off if the lad hadn't shot. So it was poor defending, real poor defending. And look, that's why at the minute we're not keeping clean sheets. We're making bad decisions in terms of right in the final third and in our defensive third, and that's why we're not keeping clean sheets. We're needing 3 to win a game, and that's not good, you know. I mean, you can see the 2 against Ipswich, you can see 2 against Yeovil. Lucky we scored 8, but you know that's what we need at the minute. We're scoring goals, but we're needing to score more than one to win a game, and that's what it's the only sort of downside to it.
Useful exercise, not only in terms of youngsters getting experience, but also Danny Hilton, important 45 minutes, and obviously for a youngster James Justin as well, after their delayed returns to pre-season. Yeah,
and look, it was important that they both got minutes, and they were safe minutes. You know, we didn't take them beyond the 45-minute threshold, so they've got a bit of game time, which was very important. And then it was obviously great to see a couple of youngsters get in game time.
Jack James, one of them, coming on at right back. He had a very impressive senior debut, didn't he? He set up, after Spurs had got their noses in front, he set up the equaliser for Josh McCoy, who came on with him at half-time, and might have had one himself towards the end.
Yeah, look, he showed some real good adventure up and down there, and I say we're very pleased for him. He's done well in our youth games and development games we've had lately, and as I said, he was up and down, and real showed a desire to do well. And I said a little bit of youthful exuberance. If he just had a cool head at late, a bit later on, he might have created 1 or 2 more. But look, for the kids' debut, it was fantastic. And then young Reedy come on as well. But we forget that, apart from, as we said, we played 4 overage players, if you like, but all the rest are under 23s as well. In terms of Elliot Lee, who we don't see like that, but he's actually under 23. So is Harry Cornick. So is Akin, Jack Senior, James Justin, the one we brought on, Tariq Backinson. All these are under 23, so it's wonderful, that we have that kind of strength in squad.
Spurs are obviously a top Premier League side, cream of the country's talented young players. You must be really proud to see the likes of Tariq and Akin Famaro, who still younger than most of the players in the Spurs side, acquit themselves very well.
Yeah, and it's good. Look, that's what this tournament's all about, in terms of that. And we're delighted, because a year ago we probably got fined for that team, but we will not tonight, because we have enough experience in it. And as I said, we haven't treated it lightly. We've played a good side, and it's been a wonderfully entertaining game. And as I said, Spurs want to test their youngsters, and they had a real test tonight. It'll be a good test for them. It'll be a good test for the defenders coming up against Cornick and Hilton. And then, you know, we play with intensity. We tried to play as well, so it was a good test for them, and it was a test for us out of possession as well, because they tried to play. They're very, very proficient in what they do, and I thought it was a good game. I thought it was a good advert for the tournament as well.
That was a fantastic game, and of course, as you say, a few minutes ago we had the excitement of the penalty shootout at the end. The new ABBA format, where you hear some of the music coming out of the dressing room there, but the winner takes it all. I can't resist that one, mate. Bonus point.
Yeah, and as I said, we're very pleased, because it just shows a clinical edge, and as I said, we've got some good penalty takers at the club, and that's what we're blessed with. And if they're all on the pitch at the same time, it's a problem who takes the, you know, if we got one in open play, but it just shows an element of nerve and so on, and it's only a minor thing, but it's good. And I said, when it comes up tonight, it's good that it shows that we won on pens, so we get the extra bonus point. So look, that's pleasing.
Do you think any of the boys in there have ever heard of ABBA?
Johnny Mullins might have, to be fair, but apart from that, it's just me, you, and a couple of the old codgers.
Well, Johnny's doing an interview for Saturday's programme. He tells us he's a Michael Bublé fan, so says it all.
It's Christmas time maybe, but also the year. I mean, got to rock it up a bit.
Well done tonight.
Cheers, thank you.